Do You Feel Like We Do from the Frampton Comes Alive album is one of my favorite songs of all time. For this lesson, we are focused on the main solo section of the song. After the last chorus ends and it kind of breaks into really cool chord progression, I'm going to teach you that chord progression and I'm going to show you some really cool ways to solo over that chord progression. So grab your guitar and let's get into it. So let's go over the chords in this chord progression. We're going to start with a D major. Then we're going to go to a F major, add 9. Then a C major, add 9. And then back to a D major. So as we start to talk about soloing over this chord progression, let me show you this. Instead of a D major, if this was a D minor, whereas there's our major third right there. If we move that down half a step, we've got a D minor. So if this was a D minor chord, and then we had the F, and the C, and then back to D minor, then the D minor would be the relative minor of the F major key. And all of these notes would work with one scale. So we could basically do just a D minor scale. Or we could do a D minor pentatonic scale. Or of course we could do the D pentatonic blues scale. Which we're going to talk more about here in just a moment. So however, because this is a D major chord, we have to have that major third in there for the D major. It makes soloing over this chord progression just a little bit different. It gives it a little bit of a major and a minor feel. So you can't really just use a one scale fits all approach on this chord progression. So be sure and stick with me because I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you could approach soloing over this chord progression. I will be showing you some examples playing over a backing track, and I'll be sure and leave the link to that track in the description. Okay, so for approach number 1, what we're going to do is use the D pentatonic blues scale, but we're going to add the major third note. I'm going to show you how that works. So your D pentatonic blues scale, we're just going to be in this position here, starting on your 10th fret, 6th string. This is your D note. It looks like this. And we're going to do a little bit more of an extended pentatonic blues scale. So we're going to just create a little movement here by doing this. So you notice we got it's basically a minor pentatonic scale with your blues notes added. So what we need to go with that scale is going to be the major third note. So basically we've got a D pentatonic blues scale with a major third added. And what that's going to look like is this. So here's your major third. Because here's your minor third. This is your scale. That's your minor third. Well, we need this major third because we got to have that D chord. So think of something kind of like this. There's your major third. There's your major third right there. That would be a little bit of an example without the backing track. Now let's do an example with the backing track. Okay, so here's approach number 2. What we're going to do is, instead of just playing the major third only, we're going to play more of a major scale, a D major scale or a D Ionian mode scale. The whole pattern would look like this. But we're not going to really play all of these notes. We're going to pretty much just kind of play this part right here. We're going to kind of stay in that frame as far as the major scale is concerned. Now that's only on the D chords. So it's going to be starting out with this major scale, and then we're going to go right into a minor scale for the F chord and the C chord. And that D minor scale, once again, looks like this. And we can also call that a D Aeolian mode scale pattern. Let's say I started out like this. Then I go into my minor. And I can go from there. Back to my major third. Now let's take a look at this example using our backing track. Okay, so now is our third approach, and this is really my favorite. This is the way I would personally prefer soloing over this chord progression. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine Ionian scale or the D major scale. We're going to combine that with our D chords, and then we're also going to play the D minor scale and the D pentatonic blues scale. So we're going to go in between all three of those scales. And we always want to make sure and focus on that major third, for those D chords. But for the most part, like on the F and the C, we're right there in either a D minor scale or a D pentatonic blues scale. So without the backing track, there again, something like this. So once again, let's check out this example using our backing track. So, hey, I really hope that you will put these concepts to the test and have some fun playing over this backing track. And I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know which approach you like the best. Or maybe you have your own approach that you like even better. So keep rocking, and I'll see you in the next video.